Low. Yes!
They was to do 5-6 rounds. Why you wanna do 5-6 if you knock him out before? If was the fight was over. The fight was over. Then more you do is just extras. Mike go home today happy.
Come and get me, Mike. Come on. There we go. That's it right there. Perfect. That's one. Good one. Nice. Go. Come and get me, Mike. Let's go. There we go. That's round yet. That's round yet. Let's go. Come on, Mike. There we go. Using those legs.
As the fight of the year approaches, Mike Tyson is wrapping up his final day of training camp with unmatched focus and ferocity. With his showdown against Jake Paul looming, the energy in Tyson's camp has been nothing short of electric. His team has maintained a relentless training schedule, blending raw power, explosive speed, and refined technique, the very elements that once earned him the title of baddest man on the planet.
He's got better to the body. Right, better to the body.
You're right, coach.
Mike, tá well? Maybe need 10 seconds. Put 10 seconds.
At 58, Tyson's training has fused old-school grit with modern performance science. His regimen includes traditional boxing drills, punishing strength and conditioning routines, non-stop sparring, and rapid-fire pad work to keep his hand speed razor sharp. Trainers say his intensity is as fierce as ever, and his commitment in these final hours is proof that he's taking this fight as seriously as any in his legendary career.
Be there. He wants to one more time entertain people. He's a fighter, but he likes to entertain people. It is what he fights for. He fights for all those people he can see in the street. The people come to him and say, "You are the people's champ." So this is really motivating him to be in the gym from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single.
To stay in peak shape, Tyson has embraced a high-intensity interval training program alongside mobility work to maintain flexibility and explosive movement. His stamina has been bolstered with rigorous cardio circuits designed to prepare him for fast-paced, high-volume exchanges. Despite being the oldest man in the ring, Tyson is showing extraordinary adaptability, relying on proven tactics from his prime, now updated to match the realities of his age.
Expect the biggest fight of the history. Why? Because we talk about Mike Tyson. We talk about Netflix, live on Netflix, something that never had before. Things like that you just can do with a name like Mike Tyson.
Fully aware that Jake Paul is nearly 30 years his junior, Tyson and his team have approached this fight with surgical precision. They've sharpened his trademark weapons, devastating body shots and quick-fire combinations, while also doubling down on defense to counter Paul's reach and youthful agility. Behind closed doors, Tyson has been drilling counterpunching techniques, aiming to exploit Paul's habit of lunging forward. His sparring has zeroed in on timing and footwork, key tools in neutralizing Paul's advantage. The goal: a vintage Tyson performance, explosive bursts of energy, relentless pressure, and brutal precision to wear down his younger rival. For both die-hard fight fans and casual spectators, this matchup is pure spectacle, a collision between a legendary heavyweight icon and a social media star turned rising boxer. It's the kind of clash that feels torn from the pages of boxing fantasy. Mike Tyson, the once unstoppable force, versus Jake Paul, the YouTube phenomenon turned serious contender. Social media has exploded with training clips, bold predictions, and fan theories. The big question: can Paul's youth and reach overcome Tyson's experience and raw, time-tested power? A recent interview with Stephen A. Smith offered a revealing look into Tyson's mindset, and it's as intense as ever. At 58, Tyson isn't just showing up, he's grinding like it's 1988. Sparring 8 rounds several times a week. He told Smith, "I feel in great condition. I'm not limited by age." When pressed on whether he'd go easy on the 27-year-old Paul, Tyson didn't blink. "I think I'm going to hurt him." That blunt warning sent shockwaves across sports media and reignited debates about Tyson's intentions. Training under Brazilian coach Rafael Cordeiro, Tyson has embraced a ruthless routine that blends old-school basics with relentless repetition. "Give it everything you have, 3 times a day," Tyson explained. His sessions include sparring, strength training, cardio, and tactical drills designed to refine both power and endurance. Despite his age, the former champ is sticking to the same punishing rhythm that once made him a household name. Still, Tyson isn't blind to Paul's likely strat evasion. In a recent talk with Mike Tyson of Fox for Dallas, Tyson scoffed at the idea. "I don't see how he's going to fight by running all day." He sounded both amused and ready, prepared to corner Paul and cut off the ring. Tyson's camp recently released footage that fanned the flames of anticipation. A thunderous body shot during a sparring session that forced Coach Cordo to step in and stop the round. Fans saw it as proof Tyson means business. The Knockout King is back, and he's not here for nostalgia, as November 15th draws near. Speculation swirls not just about this fight, but about Tyson's future. Whispers of possible showdowns with old rivals like Evander Holyfield or Lennox Lewis are growing. But Tyson's focus is singular. Jake Paul. He wants to prove that even now, he possesses the brutal knockout power that once terrified an entire generation. The atmosphere in New York confirmed it. When Tyson took the stage, the crowd erupted in deafening cheers. When Paul appeared, he was booed mercilessly, his words barely audible over the hostility. He tried to jab, back calling New York once great, just like Tyson, implying both had lost their edge. But fans weren't buying it. In their eyes, Tyson isn't a relic. He's still the baddest man on the planet.
Excellent, Mike. Excellent, Mike. Well, you break him. Unpredictable. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful roll, Mike. Excellent. Excellent.
At the press conference, Jake Paul appeared noticeably tense despite the bold statement he had made earlier that night. He vowed to kill Mike Tyson in the ring. While Paul acknowledged his respect for the former heavyweight champion, he made it clear that any friendship between them was now dead. Come November 15th, he declared, he would knock Tyson out and prove himself the true victor. Calling Tyson old, Paul promised to teach him a lesson like I would a son. Tyson, unfazed, calmly confirmed he was ready for war. After briefly pausing training on his doctor's advice due to illness, he announced that he's fully recovered and back in the gym. The bout is on. With quiet confidence, Tyson reassured fans that he's healthy, focused, and fully prepared. Let my performance speak for itself, he said, making it clear that talk is cheap and the real message will be delivered in the ring.
Hey, New York, shut the fuck up, New York. Hey, boo yourselves. Boo yourselves, New York. Hey, New York, New York, New York, you're just like Mike Tyson. You were good 20 years ago. Fuck you, New York. Fuck you. Dumbass Democratic City.
A UFC legend recently disclosed the massive payday Mike Tyson is set to receive for his bout with Jake Paul. Initially scheduled for July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the highly anticipated showdown was postponed in June. By the end of the month, a new date November 15th was confirmed, with Netflix set to stream the event live. Nikisa Bidarian, co-founder of Most Valuable Promotions, explained that the delay was necessary to ensure both fighters had equal preparation time and to retain the venue despite the NFL season. Paul vs. Tyson is the most cross-generational sporting event in history, Bidarian declared, promising an unforgettable global event. At a recent press event, Jake Paul taunted Tyson and even took aim at New York City Tyson's hometown. Boos from the crowd. Paul thrived in the spotlight, brushing off the jeers as he confidently vowed to shock the world. Tyson, in contrast, remained composed, casually answering questions from ESPN's Ryan Clark. Their face-off ended with a lighthearted moment when Tyson gave Paul a playful shove. When asked why he accepted the fight, despite the 30-year age gap, Tyson coolly responded, "Because I can. Who else can do it but me?" He framed the fight as a generational spectacle, a YouTuber versus one of the greatest boxers to ever live. The age difference has sparked fierce debate. Critics question the logic of pitting a 58-year-old with known health issues such as sciatica and a recent ulcer flare-up against a much younger opponent. A recent flight scare further amplified those concerns. Yet, others remain hopeful. Former champ Timothy Bradley Jr. believes Tyson still has what it takes, especially under 2-minute round rules that could favor Iron Mike's explosive style. With a record of 52-6, Tyson's power is legendary, and Bradley argues that Tyson could corner Paul and unleash a barrage of devastating shots. Still, not everyone shares the optimism. UFC star Michael Chandler noted the size and age advantage Paul had over his previous opponent, Mike Perry, and questioned how Tyson, 30 years older, would fare. Nobody wants to see Tyson get knocked out, Chandler admitted, but everybody wants to see him knock Jake out. Chandler's comments reflect a growing tension. Fans long for a Tyson triumph, but dread the possibility of a painful defeat. Meanwhile, boxing analyst Teddy Atlas, who helped guide Tyson in his early years, surprised many by leaving Iron Mike off his list of greatest talents, instead naming Wilfred Benitez as the most gifted boxer he's worked with. Despite the physical challenges, Tyson appears confident. In a recent interview, he said he's feeling great and eager to knock Paul out at Fanatics Fest in NYC. The countdown is back on, he told fans. At 27, Jake Paul sees the fight as the realization of a lifelong dream, but he's not pulling any punches. After eating Mike Perry as an appetizer, "I'm ready for the main course," he boasted, warning that the night will be a nightmare for Mike Tyson. As the press conference unfolded, the atmosphere was electric. Tyson received thunderous cheers, while Paul faced boos and heckles. Paul, visibly rattled, snapped at the crowd to shut up several times, a rare crack in his usually composed demeanor. He also used the moment to push his political views, referencing Donald Trump and criticizing New York's liberal leanings. Tyson, ever the professional, chose not to engage, soaking in the crowd's support instead. With a calm, ominous smile, he offered one final message. When we step into the ring, I'll treat Jake like a son and give him a lesson in discipline.
And from that, Good, Mike.
Nice, 1, 2, 3. Yes, go again. No emotion.
The title, Baddest Man on the Planet, still resonates, tracing back to Mike Tyson's final professional fight in 2005. And if there was any doubt about his enduring legacy, it was erased the moment he walked into Fanatics Fest NYC in Manhattan. Hailing just across the East River from Brooklyn, Tyson was greeted like royalty, his arrival sparking a frenzy of cheers and camera She's a testament to the magnetic aura he still commands nearly 2 decades after leaving the sport. Now, Tyson continues to captivate audiences without even trying. At the event, his presence alone ignited a wave of excitement, but when it came to promoting the fight, he left most of the talking to Jake Paul, while Paul soaked up the spotlight. Tyson chose restraint, passing on multiple opportunities to verbally fire back. Instead, he offered vague but ominous warnings. When he finally spoke with intent, it was chilling. The fight would be grueling and relentless. And Paul had better be in peak condition because, Tyson warned, his well-being will depend on it.